Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole war chant is going full throat. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Wake Forest offense takes the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. First down.
I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Demon Deacons want to move quickly. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. The noise level is relentless here on second down. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Getting some heat. Still looking on the move. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Looking for a man. It's Leon. Gets it out fast. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. From the gun, running back on the move. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. You got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Try to get it to the edge. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
And the Demon Deacons moving quickly to the line. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, it's Lang. Looking left. He makes the catch. Open runway ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Demon Deacons are in the red zone. They go to the ground. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Well, listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football to make sure you get them on the ground.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Alabama is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crime. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 14 to Appalachian State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Leon. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The Seminoles are on the move. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Using his legs, it's Harris. And they swarm him under.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
Well, how about that play call? Third down, turn it around, hand it to the big fella, your fullback, and he does the work to get the first.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. It's complete to the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, no! On to attempt to try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. The offense set for a first down play. Movement here from the tight end. Handoff from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Demon Deacons want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Lang. Release to the back. Zings it complete to the right. Nothing but green ahead. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Runs through the tackle. And he used that big, powerful stiff arm to extend the play and pick up a few extra yards. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Takes it the other way. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
And teams that play cover 1 at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when
he is smashing people. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you what, when the ball's tossed on the perimeter really quickly, you got to take really good angles. When I'm a safety and I'm spinning down, I'm trying to catch that guy. He's got so...
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Oh, look out! Touchdown Seminoles! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking for a man. It's Lang. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Offense gets set for second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man quickly.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Got it in the middle. It's Moss. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Demon Deacons will hustle to the line. He'll just keep slinging it. They're bringing heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Big first down sack for the defense brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football, David.
And how critical is it for this defense?
And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rolled him out of bounds and forced the loss.
Okay, so the QB scrambled, went out of bounds. It counts as a sack because it's a loss on the play. You know what I did as a defensive lineman, guys? I chased him and tried to be the first one and the closest one near him. Because guess who gets the sack? Yep, that guy.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. But this is just the type of field position this offense wants. To the air, it's Lang. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires. fires to the big fella. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Ball is free. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? Touchdown, Florida State. The defense with the scoop and score. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Man, great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
Getting set for the point after. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Back to throw, it's Lang. Pressure coming. It's caught downfield. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Slips through the line. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll start the third quarter with the run. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Looking to throw on second down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
To the air, it's Leon. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
That's one the running back would like to have back. He's a good enough player, and he's a complete enough running back to be able to make that play. That's why they like throwing him angle routes like that right there.
Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, and this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Knowles are flying down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. They're setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back. And closing space, you getting that fast dude on the ground.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. They feed him again. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains at the first down at the 27. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I love when they sneak the big fella out of the backfield. They're usually blocking so much. Nice job with a little play action. Slide him, give him the rock.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right.
Touchdown, no! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35. Wake Forest.
And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They'll try the run. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Lang. Firing to the right, complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's running in the open. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's going to fire deep. He's got it down the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. to the 10. Got a lot of running room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Leon. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown Seminole! And the stomping has commenced. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Silva. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Wide out in motion. Quick completion to the right. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. To throw, it's Lang. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop. And you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Florida State! And the punishment has been extended. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. To the air on 1st down. They'll run the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He's going to pass. He's right on target. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Lang. They've got the screen set up. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Demon Deacons send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. With jet sweep pass. Can anyone catch him? And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And here on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. The play action fake. Feeling some heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Those play action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake. And then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football.
Touchdown, no! And the route is on. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this run.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Oh, gave the defender the business. And a really nice wanted pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Skips away from pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to their running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, it's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
They'll run play action. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown Seminoles! And the pummeling has started. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
It's complete on the right side. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Back to the air one more time. Trying to get to him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Florida State.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The offense lining up for a first down play. Dropping back, it's Lang. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over. And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.